my dad back to here because this started to boil up. We're in court.
Let me throw you guys since I got you. Then I can give them back to you, and then I won't leave you without them. Washoe 2782. Can I get a 2729 on 2, please? Oh, you're good, sir. Thank you. Said you've been living out here?
No. I own property up
Oh,
here.
okay, gotcha.
My dad's up here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you know we bought the property like.
Okay.
Same year as me.
So this thing's got a property owners for road work and all this. So my dad was out here, and then basically we'd go to these meetings, and it was just a big fuck you match every single time. So I didn't want to get involved. They were running this, and then my dad said, "You got to come up here." So I came up for the meeting, and I was sitting there listening to all these people. There's 80 people involved in this thing, 80 property owners.
Wow.
And so I just listened to that. Geez, I mean, they're just you know how it is. I've already been involved in these HOAs, so I said, okay. So I first became a director. I offered because I thought I could clean this up. It's not that big a deal. You people. I mean, I've been running a business. It's not that big deal. So I was an officer.
You people.
Well,
sorry.
I mean,
I laughed. No, it's a funny phrase. Go ahead.
So then,
because that's what they call us.
I just saw then right away I become a director. I'm trying to clean it up. I mean, you guys, it's just road thing. And anyways, so then I go to the next year, and they're just going off. And I said, look, put me in as president. I said, I'll clean this up in 3 years. I can't believe you guys are just going off and nothing's getting done. So they didn't want to put me in president. They put me as secretary treasurer.
Okay. And
I was going to keep it going because they couldn't agree. Now you got to understand that the property owners association, there's a lien on the properties because and if you don't pay, they come after you. So
hang on a second. I apologize.
Okay.
I originally thought we were coming out here for...
Exactly. I was just giving you the background.
Oh, so there's a lot of background.
Well, no, the background of what happened here, because I'm shocked at this guy.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Basically, all he got...
Let's get one at a time.
Okay.
No,
let me just throw in my little story, and then we'll cut it.
She's ready for the story.
Okay.
Both be...
Okay, so I won't give you a long story about it, but I become the Secretary of Treasury, and then right away, man, I start getting attacked. I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? One guy threatened. What's
their beef?
What's because there's a certain group that's trying to shut it down.
No, we've uncovered the fraud.
Yeah.
Sorry, one at a time.
Yeah, let me do it. We basically, once I, as a Secretary of Treasury, once I got the books and started looking at it, they were stealing the money.
Okay.
And there is a sheriff's report. Gotcha. I've made several sheriff's reports.
How many times have you been hired?
None. I've done them online.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay,
no,
the first one, let me just get my story, then he could, I put my, the first one was, I turned it in because I couldn't believe they were taking all the money, dude. It's a non-profit corporation. And I looked at that. I've been in business 30 years. Have you
guys gone to civil court through it?
Well, we just went yesterday. This is what happened here.
Good.
We beat them yesterday.
Okay.
But anyways, so I start getting attacked. Guy threatened to kick my ass. A different guy. He told me I was a registered sex offender. All bullshit. He was trying to harass me and doing it to the whole group. And I just laughed it up. I said, "Good luck with that." You know, and they're trying to get me agitated. But there's a group of them that there's some development going on up in here. And they're trying to shut down this thing. The problem is you got 80 and there's people that want the road maintenance. Sure. It's all leaned on their title. And the previous people, they were leaning and seizing properties.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah. So anyways, all that. So I become the thing. So I started the collection. I start the billing. That's my job. And I sent the collection out. There's about a handful of them, a half a dozen of them that are refusing to pay. And the ones that were refusing to pay are the
So that's the beef.
The secretary and treasurer that were running it for the last 15 years that I'm accusing them of embezzling the money.
Gotcha.
And all kinds of other stuff in there that they refuse to pay. So
Is one of those the guy?
No, but that's the part of the group.
Okay.
And so
he owns 9 properties.
Yeah, the one guy owns 9 properties. They're trying. It seems like they're trying to kick. I don't know what's going on. There's some development going on up here on Pond Peak, up in the back with Google.
Lansville, Nevada, Lansville.
So this guy's got a thing, and I never really had it, but there was some harassment with my dad, and he was doing some little irritations, and he drives around and doing all this stuff.
Sure.
So I took my dad home. My dad and him had some words or something one time. I wasn't here. I don't think it was just a drive-by. Because they're mad that I just come in, I'm just doing with the property, and I said, I'm going to do what you guys want.
Okay. That makes sense for me. I've got that picture.
Okay.
Tell me about today.
So, we went to court yesterday. We beat them.
Gotcha.
So I'm going home now. I came here just for court because we got the collections. It wasn't that big a deal.
Sure.
They came, they had to pay. They lost. But that's what they used to do. And I'm not doing it out of trying. I'm just doing what
So
they laid out for me.
You're heading back.
Yeah. So I go down the road, and I went out of the way. I didn't even look at him because I knew he was fine. I got over the side. It's a dirt road, snow and all this shit. And he just started yelling at me. I couldn't hear. I stopped.
Which way was he traveling?
I was coming out. He was going in toward.
South.
I was like this.
He was going south.
So you guys were passing each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got over, and I was just going out. I didn't want to.
You said you had stopped though, right?
Well, yeah. He yelled.
Okay.
He's on a quad. He right here. He's on a quad, and he yelled at me, and he got about right here. I stopped. He screamed something at me, and stopped. And he backed his quad up. I rolled the window down, and he says, I heard you got your ass beat in court yesterday. I said, that's not true, dude. I said, we won. And then he started going off on me. And he's got this gun on here, on the front of his thing, and he's sitting here raising up on me, just pointing and screaming, I'm going to bury your ass. I'm going to bury your ass, and just cussing me out and stuff. And I said, calm down. Calm down.
Yeah.
I said, that's not what you're saying is not true. And he starts telling me all this stuff and this and that.
Right.
I mean, it went on, and he had that gun across there. And I thought, you dumbass.
How was it attached to the quad?
It's on the
handlebar rack.
The racks.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But this guy, and
how was it attached? Was it in a case? Was it corded?
No, it's just sitting in the two.
Okay.
On the quads they have
Gotcha.
right across the front. The problem is he's right here over me, spitting and sputtering, and just bug-eyed, and I'm sitting shit, and I saw the gun, I was looking at it, and I'd heard other things about this guy. He hit some years ago, he hit some old man and all this, and I don't know what happened with that, but I was trying to didn't want to I'm sitting in the car with my seatbelt on.
Sure.
Okay, and California, and that's where I'm from. You don't fuck around with that. I know it's different out here with the guns, but I felt threatened with that. And basically, he's upset. Whatever, I can only speculate what his agenda is on there. It doesn't matter, but he has been instrumental in trying to defunct this association. The problem, what he doesn't understand, is there's 80 property owners that paid title insurance and that they property, and they're trying to say it doesn't exist. And he is one that voted it in for perpetual existence at the Secretary of State.
Has he interacted with you in the past and done stuff like this before?
Well, he had an interaction with my dad, Kim, a bunch of times.
Okay.
He's never here.
Yeah, I'm not here, but this is the first time he really went off. I mean, I'm a little scared about it.
Right.
I don't want to get engaged in any or any of this shit.
Let me write this down.
Jeff, to not tell him that we filed this yesterday, though, that precipitated it, another legal suit on him, or warrant. No, this is notice to reopen.
Yeah, I know. Well, let him get his thing.
No, but I mean, this is what he's freaking out about.
When you see someone bug-eye and spitting and sputtering and screaming,
right?
But it's in direct retaliation.
Here's a problem that my dad is 9 years old, and I don't want to bring him back out here until we get this thing settled in court.
Gotcha.
Because I don't need my old man shot. He can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know what people are doing today. you and I both know.
I'll tell you, I don't know if this guy would try that on me, but
I know he hit some old man before. He hit some old man and he was like, well,
he's done that to me, told me I needed to move. I told him that it's 2 more elements of racketeering operation they've been running. It's all in there, and it lays it all out, the evidence of it.
Gotcha.
I know you want to hear all this shit, but basically, I don't want...
It sounds like it's quite the mess.
It's going to be it's going to be going to federal court, dude. I don't like this shit. These property disputes are crazy.
Well, I mean, you guys have already gotten, a lot of people haven't got the ball rolling already.
No.
It sounds like you guys already have.
Oh,
so
we
that's
do.
Good.
No, and the thing is, I don't like doing this shit, but what are you going to do? It's property. Those guys, they're crazy on the properties, but you can't infringe on people's property right. I'm just he's telling me all this shit, but I'm telling you, I don't want to have another interaction with this. Okay? But when he said, I'm going to bury your ass...
Good. You just brought up a good point for me. Were either of you guys recording him on your phones?
No. I wish I could have, but I was scared to death, man.
Okay. Were you?
I wasn't there.
No, he wasn't there.
Okay. I thought maybe you were.
I was
sitting in there.
bed. I wanted to eat and sleep today.
I was sitting there in my phone. I didn't want to make any moves. He was over me. He was this close.
Yeah.
Coming down
He's
on
done
me.
it to me though. Intimidation. Driving along my property line real fast.
Yeah.
Mine real quick. Filling one of these. You filled one of these out before?
No, never. Let me get my glasses. Let me get my glasses.
Gotcha.
Oh, I did. Here's another little tidbit.
This would tell
There's a dozer that's involved in this thing, and he is the one. He donated this to the association. It's all. You'll see it out there. There's a legal dispute about this. They abandoned it and left it on somebody's property.
It was running, and they wrecked
so
it, and they left it
they
there.
tried.
Well, real quick, before it sounds like we get into another ball.
No, that's part of it.
Let's have you, because today we're here for the threats. Okay.
Let me go ahead and write this.
Take your time. Fill that out. Here's my card. Okay. Here's my case number. You can sit in your vehicle and do that.
Can you talk to him while I'm doing it?
He doesn't want to talk to me, I don't think.
This is why we're out here for today. It sounds like you guys got a whole different...
This has a lot to do with it, though.
Okay.
That
that's
document.
all court. That stuff we don't touch.
Well, I live here,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to go home and drive past his house.
Yeah.
And if I have to go in and out...
Well, just don't interact with him.
No, but he's jumping him on the side of the road.
But I'm saying for you.
With a rifle.
Yeah. I can't read the future. I don't know what'll happen.
No, but I'm glad you took my ID. There's a notation that I've been here, and I can reference this meeting at the fire station.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's got my card. He's got the CAD number.
No, but I mean, they're all leaving.
Yeah.
We've been years, but the guy he's seeing him go off. He seems to go off in front of you. You catch it every time.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll let you fill that out and continue to do what you
I'll
guys are
just
doing.
tell you brief. What's in here? Accusation of fraud and embezzlement with evidence. No, but with evidence, and that is what precipitated this.
Right. But on all that, I mean, if you just want to tell me, you can, just as people. But truly, that's already in court. I have no business with that, and I don't want to hear it because that involves me. Okay, if it's already under court and it's being
I feel like it's been a big escalation this morning with this, and as long as if something happens, I'm going to reference this meeting.
Of course.
Because like I said, I have to go. I don't want to start with that because then he'll take one out on me and I'll take one out on him.
I don't want to do that shit.
Him jumping him, kind of like low-hanging fruit. He's going to intimidate him the day after court. Yeah.
It seems like you're trying to make the case that you're scared of this guy. But you're not scared.
I'm not really scared, but I just...
Well, so that, it seems like you're trying to go like...
It's been okay. It's been okay, we ignore.
Like you're trying to tell my partner all this stuff about, like if you're passing or whatever. If you feel that strongly about it, I highly encourage you to for a protective order. So that way, if he does contact you after it's granted and served to him, then that's something that we can actually...
I just think it's an important thing to note that he's jumping him on the way out. And I think that's an escalation of this guy because we really do, we got him good. I mean, they gave him all the original records and it's
Well, like I said, you guys have got that ball rolling. You already got a win in court. Continue to do that.
So this is intimidation over litigation. Numerous cases.
Yeah.
That are, I guess they're both still going on, the ones that are filed now.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we're trying to go through, you know, what you're supposed to do, go through the legal channels and address it and all that.
Well, I mean, it's good that he doesn't actually physically live here. He comes time to time.
Oh
sounds like it's a big property. So,
but now they turn their attention to me. I'm concerned about that. I'd just like to make note that I am concerned that.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that.
And it's pretty nasty back there compared to this.
Yeah, it's muddy.
I mean, this is clear roads.
How long have you lived out here?
Not where I live now, but I lived, see, that's kind of almost part of the dispute.
Gotcha.
And they didn't like it. And they tried to intimidate me, and I sued them once and won. And now they're kind of got on fraud on the association. They're not. You're not supposed to write your. You're not supposed to profit from it. And we have all these checks they wrote. Then we got checks they wrote after they resigned. How do you? I mean, it's all, you know. We filed it. It's got a stamp on it. We filed it yesterday at the or Tuesday at the county. But that's what it is. And he's got, I guess this lawyer who started this whole thing that the association is defunct we're beating the crap out of the guy in court.
Yeah.
And he's basically threatening, intimidating him. He's saying, "This is my friend. And you don't know who you're messing with. I'll bury you out here." Yeah,
You're like yelling at me, dude. I know you're passionate.
I'm a little deaf. I'm a little deaf in this ear. Well, you know, it's passionate. Now it's a bother. It's really interrupting me, but we're on to something here, and we've been working on it for 2 years. We filed a report with Washoe County 2.5 years ago. I met with a detective, and one thing he said to me was, "Keep digging."
Yeah.
And we kept digging, and this is what's starting to happen now that we've kept digging.
Right. Well, you guys are getting traction, so that's good.
Not that kind of traction.
Well, that kind of traction.
I just want you to know that we're going through the proper channels, not confronting people on the road with rifles within their reach. That's more within their reach, mounted on the handlebars. Yeah, the guy's been putting rocks and nails in the road. If you checked me out, there might be a reference to, I've called numerous, they've been out there numerous times.
Does this, I had a quick question for you. Does this, what's his name again? Does he put up like a fence?
Speed bump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's big now, and it's underdug. But he used to put rocks and nails. You'd drive by his house, you'd have 3 flats in your car.
Yeah.
I bet you
And
wouldn't like that.
Do you guys, where is that speed bump in relation to like your guys' property?
So I'm down the road on the right.
Oh, okay.
So,
up a hill, you wouldn't want to drive up there.
Yeah, he thinks that
he owns.
I believe I put a sign up for a no trespass years ago, and I think he was the one that turned us into the county for it. But the county can't. All it was a no trespass. He said I put it in the easement. He started doing these little irritations. I just blew it off. The county, they came out and looked at it. It was in the easement. It's on our property.
Gotcha.
So you know all this bullshit goes on.
It does.
Someone's gonna lose in court. It's gonna come down to that. And until someone loses, this crap's going to go on. But I don't want anybody getting shot out there.
Yeah.
I don't know the environment that this country's in right now. People seem to be losing their minds.
Yeah.
And I know this for a fact because some of my friends, they're just, things are not right. You know, you're probably seeing so much of it.
But it's
so
easier for you to say because you're going home.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
Well, I know.
Well, we gotta go talk with.
But when I come
Jim, we gotta go talk with.
yeah.
If you want to follow me back.
Yeah, he's gonna have a different
I don't,
story.
If you're that worried about him, I don't want you around him.
No.
No. I
want
mean,
you to
follow
talk
me
to him.
back so you know.
No, that's okay.
Do you understand
Yes,
where he is?
yes, we do.
And he
Yes.
pulled.
the
He
speed
stopped
bump,
on
you know,
me. I was trying to keep on going.
Yeah.
So, but one
anyways.
thing that ticked me off is him. I would never tell someone off and like that with a gun on my thing.
Yeah.
I mean, God, you know what they do? I'd be in jail in California for that right now.
Well, I tell you what,
That's a
gentlemen,
threat.
you got my card, you got the CAD
Wait,
number,
I'm
I got
we're
your
out of
statement.
here. Thank you.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
At
My
least
own-
you guys came out.
My only advice to you, gentlemen, and you can follow
Let
it,
me take a picture
follow
of
it
this.
or not. It's up to you. You're both adults. Don't interact with the guy.
No,
Don't
I
engage
was
with him.
trying not to, man.
Don't. Yeah.
And I
It's
don't
been
want him
fine,
to-
but for him to do
Well-
it to him is it's
Yeah.
an escalation.
Yeah. Stay righteous on your guys' end. Don't
You know
talk
why?
to the man.
Because
Don't interact with him.
he writes such good documents that's what it is.
Right. Yeah.
Is there a? Can I get in? Let's see here. Is this the incident number right
Yeah, is it?
Yes, and it's on the back of that card I just gave you as well.
You know, it seemed like RPD, they don't come out really for anything.
Yeah. I mean, there's not barely as many of us, so we're a little stretched thin compared to them.
You know, I appreciate
But
I can tell you.
this has been just
I
a
was-
whirlwind thing because I just went and brought them this car.
yeah.
I was leaving.
Sorry, I gotta steal that
Oh,
clipboard back from you.
I was
Your.
I was leaving, and then I decided, you know what? I was just gonna go home after that, and I thought, you know what?
Yeah.
Because I'm
I
not gonna
told him.
chance.
I told him.
And then I went back, and he saw me. He was working out there, and then when I left, now I think he got gone.
Yeah. Well,
I couldn't believe that.
As long as you're going to go talk to him,
Yeah.
that's more than that's
you know
all
why?
we can ask
I want
for.
you to talk to him
I've got his phone.
because I don't want this to happen.
I wouldn't want you
again.
to talk to him.
No, but I don't want any more interactions with the guy. Period. Nothing.
Me either, because he did mention my name.
Yeah, he's going to bury us. He said.
He's gonna bury
pissed
us out
about the
here.
lawsuit, and I'm not doing anything wrong, dude.
All right, gentlemen, drive safe. Thank you for your
Okay.
time, okay?
You're right to get a complaint. All right. Okay. Have a safe trip, man. 100 miles. I should probably get in front of them.
Oh, God.